so not quite a tactic over there. Could try the pawn march, but I don't think that's the way to victory. I'm confident that's not the way to victory. Alright, a little stuck here. Not sure what to do. Not sure what actions we need to take here. Well, we could go back and get the knight hop. Let's go back and get our knight to c5. We've wanted this for a little while. And I think that's a-okay for us. I think that's copacetic. Alright, so he got the knight hop. We get the knight hop. This is what we looked at. Different way to get there.
Access denied.
So what now? We could take the pawn. He recaptures. We take with check. We get 2 pawns for a knight. I'm not convinced that's a key to victory. Well, let's just line up against the rook. So we're fighting for the open file as well. We don't want him to be the only one fighting for the open file. Oh, yeah. Alright, so now they attack. Takes, check. King in the corner. I mean, this would be terrible. If they took, that would be absolutely terrible for them. So maybe we need a waiting move. Let's act like we're going to double up the rooks, but really we want this to take. Oh, hit the queen. All right. Maybe we should just creep the queen in. Because how are you attacking the queen? This way? Yes, that's exactly how. That is exactly how. So let's stay on the diagonal. And, hey, we're defended. We definitely want to push this pawn soon to open this diagonal up for the bishop. But we don't want to lose the bishop. Maybe pawn push first. Pawn push first. No, get the knight away. That would be closing it up. Yeah, we're okay here. Alright, they took opening up the diagonal for our bishop. Oh, this was a tactic. Goodness gracious. So they just took the queen? I mean, what? Wait, hold on. But they can't take the pawn. I thought they could take the pawn. Wait, no. Wait, we're good. We're good. I don't know why in my head I was thinking like this was going to take somehow. Alright. They wonder why I'm 1100. Sometimes I forget how the rook moves. Alright, so the knight's putting some pressure on our position, but where's it going? Oh, it's hitting the pawn? Okay. But can't we pin it? Let's attack the knight. I think we pin it. I'm sorry, am I crazy? We're gonna hit it with the rook, and then what do you do now? What are you doing here? You can't really attack us. There's no checks. Yeah, your knight could take the pawn, but then we trade the rooks. That was very tense. But we might come out on top here. We might come out on top here. Curious to see. The opponent may have defense we're yet to find, but I don't see it yet. Alright, we looked at that. That didn't work. Do we take first and then? I mean, if he takes... His pawn protects... Yeah, I guess we'll just take. If he takes first, I mean, we got to take it back with the bishop. I'm confident of that. And he may take, we just take back with the bishop. Okay, take back with the bishop. We're not worried about checkmate, but it would be nice to move one of these pawns so we can come hide. Hey, this pawn's not really going anywhere. Alright, so he attacks our pawn. Gotta think about this. check. No. Takes, check. King moves to the only square. And then we get our bishop protecting the pawn, kinda. Are we getting tacticked? The bishop's gonna be here. I don't think we get tacticked. We check. Comes up here, he checks. No, he'd probably come to the light square. Yeah, let's just go for this trade. And we'll get the bishop protecting the pawn. And then next move, king forward. We may have to go around. I don't think this is good for our opponent. Hold on, because if I check and you come to the blue square, we could check you. So you'd have to go to a white square. Alright, let's go for this, because I don't think they can... Well, actually, they would move the pawn up, but then they'd have 4 pawns here. Alright, let's just get the bishop cutting through the position. They may move the rook to get the pawn push. But maybe if they move the rook, we simply stick the bishop closer. What? Are you going to take this pawn? And you lose a pawn? Ah, cheeky. Cheeky, cheeky. But this is checkmate, ain't it? Let's go! I wasn't sure. But you got, once you hear checkmate, oh, that actually was checkmate. There's no question now. Oh, we got the checkmate. We eked it out. We eked it. We eked it. Alright, we eked checkmate out. Yeah, I'm happy with that one. Happy with that one. Alright. Let me check here. Little Catalan action. Then we're going to go classic. Can't go wrong here. Takes. Everything's taking. Alright. Jumps in. Alright, does that work? Yes, it does. Alright. Queen comes to the center. Yeah, this is all good. Yeah, let me test this out here, see if something happens. See if we get a hello. Alright. Thought we almost got tacticked. Make sure the analysis bar is okay with all this. The analysis bar is fine. And yes, we don't mess this up. Actually, this was mate in 1. Yeah, this was mate in 1. Alright. Classy, classy. Let's do a blitz. Let's hit a blitz. Oh, actually, what am I doing? What is going on? Here we go. Sicilian, a little Sicilian things. Alright. We'll go ahead and take that. Knight may take, and then I think we just push this pawn, recapture with pawn. And we'll get the knight out next. What? Pawn forward? I didn't even know that's an option. Pawn forward. Pawn forward. Yeah, I'm perplexed. Do we just move the queen? Pawn forward. Then we take the knight. Queen takes. Queen recaptures. Then you have to trade queens. I don't know, but I feel like that's okay for us. That's such a weird move, right? To move the queen just for the sole purpose of when he comes forward, we're going to do the queen trade? Alright, let's do it, because I'm expecting to recapture with the pawn anyways. If he takes my knight, I'm recapturing with the pawn. I'm not recapturing with the queen. I'm capturing with the pawn. Alright, the knight hopped backwards. I mean, what even is that? What even is that? So now he wants to move the pawn forward. We're just going to take it. Alright, let's move this pawn. So when we take with the pawn, we have our bishop's able to get out. This pawn forward, and we take... What? What? What on earth? Is he trying to come to this square? And then he's got the double attack. Yeah, we're not letting that happen. All right, we're not letting the knight hop in here. That would be a mess. Knight checks, bishop takes, and then queen would take right in front of our... Yeah, no, that would be a mess. All right, we're getting attacked with our queen. Let's just come back, calm and collect, nice and calm. And then we'll get our knight out. You don't usually see the two knights right next to each other over here. That took some maneuvering to get to. I mean, that took some maneuvering. So let's start developing our pieces, eh? Do we need to do something funky? Because they're doing some funky stuff. Like move our knight here to target the pawn. Alright, so if we move the knight here and they move the pawn down, we recapture. They could recapture, then we could recapture. Yeah, but they can't do that because at the end the knight would be hit. So we want our bishop here in the middle. Just move the knight. Or it's either move the knight or e5. Let's just move the knight to avoid any hoppings. So we go when e5, he would have hopped in and we had to move the queen again. We're probably just going to get both the pieces to the center and castle. Classic Sicilian. Alright, so let's get to the center and castle. They're probably looking to break open the position because they're castled now. That's a good time to break open the position as soon as you get castled. Ah, okay. So they're worried about this pawn. Why are you worried about this pawn? Why are you worried about this pawn? Alright, we're going to go forward. 19 seconds. How did we even get in this trouble? I was just so perplexed. I was in the rapid mode, I suppose. So I was so perplexed by the opening. We're going to have to pre-move this out. Alright. I don't know what this guy's about to do. We got about 18 moves, a second to move. Yep, castle. Work to the center. Okay. Maybe knight. Depending what they do, I guess knight here and we trade bishop for knight. Because where's their bishop gonna go? Where's their dark square bishop gonna go? You don't have the square. Now you do, so we have to take that. But we walk into a fork. So he wants to get us this way. Then he may take the bishop with check. Expecting him to take the bishop with check. Take the bishop with check. Maybe this was okay, because, yeah, you walk into a fork, but you got a knight out of it. I mean, it's pretty even trade, eh? Pretty even trade, eh? Alright, so let's get that knight trade. Because... And we'll attack the queen. We'll counterattackage. And this comes with check now. Oh, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ah, because the bishop hangs at the end of it. Very nice on the opponent to find that. But we're still fighting here. We got the f-file. So let's go ahead and attack the rook. Line up on the f-file, as we said. 1 second. What the? We better hope he moves the rook. If he doesn't, pawn here. Can't take. Ah, is this a sacrifice for the win? No! No! 1 second! No! I thought that was a checkmate. No, I thought I was checkmate. I thought like 0.1 second. Oh, the opponent was so tough. You have to give them credit. All credit to the opponent. All credit in the world. Oh my goodness. Let's go over that one. Opponent didn't make it easy. I don't know. I thought we had like a puzzle rush tactic. I don't even play puzzle rush. Alright. So this was fine for us. +1. I mean, that ain't going to lose you the game. Plus 0.6 to plus 2.3. That might lose you the game. But they didn't find the move. Alright, we're losing here. No, it's a draw again. Alright, knight to the center. Did we need to take it? No, definitely don't take it. So that was a bad idea. All right, and then we take it. Yeah, this was a terrible idea. Okay, I don't know what I calculated thinking that I would have a piece. Yeah, no, that was terrible. Maybe we even should have retaken with the bishop just to at least get on a diagonal. But alas, we took with the queen. All right, we thought we had a move. This is mate in 4. Oh, this is mate in 4. All right, hold on. Who sees it? Who sees it? So this was not the move. Oh, that was the move. That was the move. Wait, hold on. So we did get to the mate in 3. This is mate in 3. What? Is it bishop? No. Mate in 3? Takes. No. So this was mate in 3 in the last half of a second, and we had enough time to make the pre-move based on what we saw. But unfortunately not to be. So what did we miss? We went for just the blunderfest and we lost, but we had a mate in 3 right here. And it felt like a mate. It felt like this is like a classic tactic, but the double defense where the king's in the corner, so all you need is a rook down here. Oh my goodness, this is the move, isn't it? Because you have to block, and then you can take with either piece. You can take with the queen. Oh, wow! Wow! What a tactic. Oh, I appreciate that tactic. Wow, that is precious. To come here. Wow. Wow, wee-wah. All right, let's do one more. All right, I'm feeling powerful. I don't know why the TTS isn't working. That's why I was saying hello. It's supposed to, if someone says a message, it's supposed to say it over to TTS here. What is this? All right, did I just play a Dutch by accident? All right, we're playing the Dutch now. We got to play the Dutch now. All right, that's okay. It's not a bad opening. I'm just not very well versed in it. I think we have to actually attack this bishop. Hold on now. Go forward, takes, yeah, that's not it. It's either the knight, or potentially even, I know this can be a move a lot of times, it's d5. That's what happened to me last time. This was actually a move. Oh, so he's stopping castling, that's what he's doing. Okay, so maybe we should go this way to cut off the bishop and restrict the knight. So now this pawn is restricting the knight. Ah, well, he blocks off his own bishop. Well, oh, just castle, I'm assuming. Is there this could be a tactic here. I don't like to just go grabbing pawns. Let's castle. Oh no, so let's lock in the bishop. Now his bishop is not going to be doing anything unless he reroutes it. And we have Operation Get a Knight to... Ooh. Ooh la la. He's trying to implant the knight in here? I see you, dog. So should we just go ahead and push? Then the pawn would take and he would get what he wanted anyways. Or should we get our knight out? And that knight comes in. It's going to hit the queen. It's going to be hitting the queen. So maybe we should just get the queen out the way. But where does she want to go? Well, we could go for this little tactic, because at least if we take, we can hit the knight with check. Let's go for that, because their knight's going to come in. Knight comes in, and a big question on if we're trading it, which I'm assuming we're trading it because our bishop is hanging. All right. What? This is double attack on your pieces right here? I don't know. I hope so. Please. Hopefully I'm not falling prey to some tactics here. I mean, we defend the square. We defend that square. He really wants to get the knight in, but we defend the square. And what about a knight? What about our knight coming in? What if our knight comes in this way? Putting a threat on the bishop. Alright, opponent's just going to abandon.
Major fracture detected.
Opponent said no thank you. No thank you. Not sure why. I guess we were just up a clean piece with that tactic. Yeah, they played it really weird. But this Dutch, I always get confused, alright? This was an okay move, so if we would have gone with this, it would have been terrible. The engine does not like either of the knight moves. I mean, this knight move is better. Knight c6. Oh, wow. Surprisingly. Is this the move? Surprisingly, e6 in this position, which makes sense because then we can just tuck the king in. Yeah, it's pinned, but we're probably going to attack the bishop next turn and get everything out. The rooks are one step closer to being connected. Okay, maybe he checks us though. So if I were to put the king there, he would likely check us. So you may have to also get the h6 move in. Yeah, I'm not sure. This is okay for us. All right, I appreciate y'all coming out. Appreciate everyone coming out. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening. We're going to figure out that TTS next time. Enjoy your night.